You're listening to The John and Heidi Show. Now, featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Ferris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris on this Wednesday. How do you do, sir?
Pretty darn good. Stocking up a great prize. We're going to give a little something away from Ryan and the crew of Mini Critters. So.
And we're going to be there towards the end of the month broadcasting. I'm bringing my shaggy dog in.
Excited about that.
Yeah. Well,
she looks awful.
Here's the thing. Make an appointment when you get your dog's haircut for the next one. Don't do like we
Exactly.
We're like, yeah, we'll figure that later. And then we're like, she needs a haircut now. We should probably book that. So what you got for us here, Dan?
Well, let's see. Happy National Twilight Zone Day.
Oh, yeah. It is a happy
how
day.
you celebrate that, but man, what a fantastic series.
You celebrate that by watching Twilight Zone.
He's a huge fan. He owns all of them.
It holds up today, yeah, and your kid's in his young 20s.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. He's a huge fan, so then he'll watch an episode, and then I'll watch it, and I'm like, I love this. And I should probably be watching all of them because they're really good.
Okay, and this one's for you, John. It's also Eat Whatever the Heck You Want Day.
That is for me.
It sure is. So.
I made Dan laugh one time because I said something about food. No, I wasn't talking about snacks. What was it? How did that go?
Oh, you were barking orders at your wife. You guys are going to take a road trip somewhere. He said, well, your other snacks, I want blah, blah, blah. And she said something about...
I said, you don't need any food.
Yeah, you don't need any food.
He said, I don't want food.
Not food, I want snacks. Which somehow made it better.
Every once in a while, Dan will just say, I don't want food, I want snacks. And then he'll laugh and point at me.
Corey Monteith, born this day, would have been celebrating, but he OD'd in 2013. He was Fenn on the hit TV series Glee, actually.
Oh,
tragic story.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
that's too bad.
Talented kid, and he just couldn't stop chasing the dragon, man.
Yeah, that's why you don't ever
happens.
start. Don't ever start.
It's awful.
Denver Pyle. Always liked him. Made his first regular appearance really on the old Andy Griffith Show.
Yeah.
He was head of the Darling family.
Okay.
Remember them? From up in the hills, and his daughter always wanted to marry Andy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then, of course, he became Uncle Jesse on the Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
His real name is Denver Pyle?
It certainly
did not
is.
know.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. He's a grandfather of Gomer.
I just knew him as Uncle Jesse.
Yeah, John, Google it.
Google that.
And one of the finest fake drunks of all time, Foster Brooks, born this day. And if you're not familiar with Foster Brooks, look it up. His bit during the old Dean Martin roast, remember those?
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic series. His roast of Don Rickles is just historic. It's
Oh, yeah.
one of the funniest
I know
bits,
exactly. I saw it on YouTube.
like ever. Fantastic
That's very good.
stuff. Speaking of entertainment, it was this day in 1812. Stop the presses. This was huge. The waltz is introduced into English ballrooms. Several upper crust observers considered the dance disgusting and downright immoral.
Oh, my.
Imagine
know.
what they would think today.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Isn't that interesting?
That was like
bit
3
of a
weeks.
scandal.
That was 3 weeks before they invented twerking.
It was scandalous. That's what it was.
Interesting.
It was 2000, this very day, the year 2000. India's population officially reaches 1 billion.
That's a lot of people.
1 billion. Baby Ashta Aurora is named the country's official 1 millionth baby.
Billionth baby. Nice.
That's insane.
Yeah, she does tech support now.
Oh, damn. Holy cow.
And this day in 2006, this is such a scam. 2006, lawmakers demand answers following a legit report that the National Security Agency, the NSA, had been secretly collecting records of millions of Americans' phone calls. Then President George W. Bush goes on nationwide TV to assure us citizens that our civil liberties are being fiercely protected. No, they're not.
No, they're not.
Now we're putting together a disinformation bureau.
Yeah, isn't that great?
So,
Yeah.
there you have it. Well, I know, throw your devices in the river. Just chuck all that stuff in the trash, man.
Yeah.
Trust me on this. I know, we all know. We just forge ahead here.
Gonna do that. It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris.
Are you looking for an energy drink that's natural, lasts longer, has no dyes, no artificial flavorings, and no sugar? Blitz Energy drink is the answer. With only 10 calories per serving and 200 milligrams of caffeine, our formula will help increase your focus, endurance, mood, and energy levels. Order now at drinkblitzenergy.com. Use promo code RADIO20 to save 20% and get free shipping on any canister. drinkblitzenergy.com. Promo code RADIO20. That's drinkblitzenergy.com.
Time now for Back to the Basics in Healthcare with Balanced Life Chiropractic. We have Dr. Harley joining us. How you doing, Dr. Harley?
Hey, good morning, John. I'm doing great.
We're excited for beautiful weather, which leads to people getting out in the yard, doing a little bit of gardening, maybe carrying too many bags of mulch like me.
Yeah, I mean, it was a beautiful weekend, perfect for Mother's Day. I'm sure a lot of you were out buying flowers for your mom or even helping her with her garden. So you might be feeling some of that this week just after maybe doing a little too much because, whenever the weather's nice, we got to get out there and just go after it, right?
And then if you overdo it, maybe hunched over doing stuff in the garden, you wake up the next day with a sore back. That's something I definitely know chiropractic can help with.
Oh, definitely. Whether not necessarily that you hurt your back or anything, but just even those minor aches and pains. We see a lot of people for a lot of those types of things, and they, just see faster recovery time, so they're able to get back into it a lot faster. Or say you did tweak your back because you overdid it, because everyone tends to do that, right, when the weather's
Because
nice.
your wife made you carry too many bags of mulch.
I'm sensing a underlying thing here, John.
I'm just, hypothetically, like somebody else might have done that,
Right.
in addition to me.
But that happens a lot where people just, they feel good the next one day and they, do their stuff, and then the next morning they can hardly get out of bed. They didn't think about what they were doing the day before, how it was going to affect them.
I forgot I was 46.
That does tend to be the problem. We forget that we're not as young as we used to be, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I can't fix that part.
I know. But the good news is you can help my body talk to itself, get everything all connected so it heals quicker and
basically
works better.
help it heal faster because it's functioning better, moving better, all those great things that are going to help you get back to doing the stuff that you love, especially this kind of summertime that we're having right now, but during these nice weather days.
So if somebody listening, maybe, again, it might not have strained their back, might not have hurt their back doing something, but even just getting out and doing stuff, maybe sore muscles, and there's some things you can help them with for that as well, right?
Yeah, definitely. Just helping the joints to move better, helping to calm down those muscles, just helping them to, contract better, faster, smarter is going to help with overall just, performance-wise. If you're an athlete, weekend warrior, whatever, it's definitely going to help just improve your body's mobility and help you do the things you want to do better.
Are there tips that you could maybe give to help people plan ahead and maybe avoid some of these problems before they even happen?
Try not to do it all at one time.
Yeah.
It's probably the best one. People tend to want to get it done right then and there, but it's something that's going to take time so you don't hurt yourself.
So don't say things like, hey, I can carry 4 bags of mulch at once. Just that kind of stuff.
Yeah, probably not. And stretch, definitely stretch, warm up like you're going to go do some activity because you are. A lot of people don't. They just go right out to the garden or yard and start doing their stuff. Well, that's where a lot of those overuse type injuries happen because you're not getting your body ready for that. So doing some simple stretching, getting the arms warmed up, doing some lunges or squats or something like that to get the legs warmed up, and trying to bend with your knees, not with your back, especially if you're picking up stuff off the ground.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah.
I should have talked to you last week.
Probably. Maybe we should have talked about this last week in preparation for this coming week. But
if somebody listening maybe would like to get some help, what is the best way for them to reach out to Balanced Life Chiropractic?
Yeah, and they can shoot us a message on our Facebook page at Balanced Life Chiropractic, or they can give us a call at 605-215-1785. We'd love to chat with them and let them know how we can help.
Very nice. And you can find them online at balancedlifenj.com. sd.com.
Join us in October for The Sands, a week of music and fun that's been described as the best week ever by many guests. This year we have more icons and more fun. Loverboy, Belinda Carlisle, Lou Gramm, Vanilla Ice, Samantha Fox, Firehouse, and many more already on the schedule. Plus, more announcements coming soon. Plan to join us October 25th through the 30th at Planet Hollywood Beach Resort Cancun. This all-inclusive event will be the time of your life. Learn more now at radiotravelgroup.com.
And now stuff Dan finds interesting. Yeah.
What do you find interesting on this Wednesday, Mr. Dan Ferris?
Before we bounce into that, we have to give a little something away.
Oh, that's right. We got
We have $25 gift cards.
Yes.
From Ryan and the gang at Mini Critters.
You can
now
use
with,
that to get treats for your pet.
Get whatever
you
you
want to do.
Yeah.
All kinds of yummy stuff there.
It's fantastic. You know, Mini Critters has been over on 49th and Louise. Oh, my goodness. Forever.
Yeah, long time.
Now, in case you don't know, a beautiful brand new shop on South Minnesota, too.
Yeah, they got both places now.
So, Tina Fell, winner.
Yay,
Tina!
Tina, and if you don't have a critter, one will be assigned to you.
We should on the thing. We should ask what kind of critter they have. That would be a good idea.
Yeah, as for instance, you just go down to Lake Colville, grab a free duck, a goose, whatever.
Yeah.
If you don't have a pet, bang, right
Little
there.
duck
If you
chow.
can catch
Cost you
him.
nothing. Bring a loaf of bread and a net. It's about all you need. Hey, you guys don't camp, although John has bought a camper,
A couple
Yes,
times.
he has.
which we won't get into here.
We will not.
'cause it's,
It didn't work out either time.
that
by the way.
spot's still kind of raw.
Could be children listening.
Yeah, and I don't camp either, although I've tried it a couple times. For me, it's like, you know what? If the good Lord
Yeah,
want me
no
to
thanks.
camp, he went to invented Sheridan's.
There you
True
go.
story. That's a true
kinda how that
story.
works.
That's how I feel.
But you may be asking yourself, because South Dakota, man, they love their camping.
They do. Yeah. It's a
Love
big deal.
their camping and some great places to do it. But did you know, across the border in Minnesota, there is one, and I could only find one, not that I was looking, but I stumbled across this article, clothing optional campground. A nude campground.
In Minnesota?
In Minnesota.
Really?
Must only be open in the summertime.
It's up by Hibbing, just outside of Duluth.
Oh, by Hibbing, Minnesota?
Yeah, you got to be 21. You have to pre-register online. Children
Okay.
are not allowed, and it's clothing optional.
Okay.
Clothing optional. So
Okay.
probably not for the shy.
Are they busy?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they sell it. They've got about 136 sites, and they book pretty good. Have you ever seen, picture nudist camps, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, it's not really a place you wanna
most of
hang
these
out.
people should stay clothed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you're not doing anybody favors.
Yeah.
You know, that's all there kind
Do
of
you
is
want me
to
to,
it.
do you want me to ruin some imagery for you here, Dan? On our honeymoon, my wife and I went to a nude beach in Jamaica.
Why did you do that?
Because it was there.
And she's like, we should go. And, we were younger. I was I was not as heavy as I am now.
We were both in
I was in much better shape, but still not good enough shape to be in a nude beach.
That's a true
I was
story.
like, you go waddling down there. It's like, this is just weird. What are we supposed to be doing here?
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah, it was
Well,
was awesome.
technically and literally just hanging out.
pretty much. It was,
The
it's
Two Creeks
not for me.
Campground, again located just northeast of Hinckley and just south of Duluth, they welcome motorhomes, pull behind campers, tents, fifth wheels, everything
So you can pitch a tent there?
in between. You can do. I see what you did there. Wow, it's fun to be 14, isn't it, John? Holy moly, Rocky. They do have actually planned activities that go on too. Two Creeks has a lot of stuff going on. For instance, there are scheduled dances, steak dinners, socials, ATV trips, and potluck socials. So apparently this is a Lutheran nude campground.
Just can't even imagine.
Yeah. So yeah, Two Creeks.
I wonder if you have to wear 2 hairnets if you're preparing that food.
I don't know. Again, it's cool. I'm just saying. I found this interesting.
I can see why.
Yeah.
It's
People get
weird.
into what people get into.
Yeah,
I'm not here to
it's-
judge because I frankly really don't care.
Wow. Have to have our family reunion there this summer.
But when you think about it, and again, when I was younger,
Yeah.
the way I'd tear around, and I used to go on fishing trips and whatever. And there were always campgrounds around. I always had a cabin because,
Yeah.
I ain't Grizzly Adams. But when you think about it, all those places are clothing optional until somebody calls the cops.
That's true.
That's been my experience.
That's true. That's a very
Excuse
true
me, sir, where are
statement.
your pants? I was wondering the same
I
thing.
have lost more pants in my life. So, yeah, I just found that interesting. I'm glad I could share.
I'm really glad you shared that.
That
There's
kind
a
of
place
thing.
I'm going to avoid now.
Yeah, it's two Creeks, northern Minnesota. Dial them up and go have a blast.
Yeah. Dan, thanks for coming in. man.
Absolutely. My pleasure. Thanks for having me, guys.
It is the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with
Dan Ferris.
What can I say that I haven't already said about bettercreditcards.com? It's a website. You go there to get a better credit card. Okay, that's really probably all I need to say for most of you, but I still have time left, so how about this? At bettercreditcards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Wednesday, May 11th, 2022. Equities wobbled Tuesday as investors prepared for what could be a game-changing CPI read for the FOMC. Today's read laps the onset of high inflation for the first time and is expected to rise another 8% year over year. At this pace, the FOMC almost has no choice but to raise interest rates aggressively and possibly by 75 basis point increments. The next FOMC is not until June, but there's a high expectation for another 50 basis point hike and a slim chance for a larger 75 basis point hike. The next hurdle for the market after the CPI will be the PPI data Thursday, and it too is expected to be hot. The takeaway is that inflation is still on the rise and cutting into corporate profits. S&P 500 companies have been able to maintain their margins so far via price hikes, but consumer pushback has begun. With earnings coming under increasing pressure and the FOMC in danger of stalling the economy, there is a real danger of corporate earnings growth to stagnate and the S&P 500 to enter a deeper correction. You can get the inside track at marketbeatminute.com.